So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called The Castle, 1997. This is going to be another German Austrian release from Kino International. I hated this flick. I gave it 1 out of 5 stars. It's another crappy flick. My libertarian playlist on Netflix. This movie is all dialogue and trotting through the snow. Just watching this movie made me cold. It's about this land surveyor who goes to survey the castle. We never actually see the castle, by the way. And if you're not a member of a castle, then you have to get a permit to sleep on a straw mattress at one of the Bavarian inns where they serve lots of beer. Apparently, that's what the guy learns first, right off the bat. He's like trudging around the snow, going from place to place, finding out that they don't really want a land surveyor. So I guess it's supposed to be like a bureaucratic nightmare, hence the libertarian theme. Or supposed to be an analogy towards that. A lot of the story, though, is based on this older Bavarian woman, skinny, flat-chested with a big nose. Her name is Frieda. She plays the love interest. She's the whore at the local pub. She's the mistress of some guy named Crumb or something, and the land surveyor goes there and steals her away. And he takes up this job as a janitor. I don't think he works there one day. It's just a place for him and Frieda and his 2 Keystone Cops type assistants to sleep. He bumps into this dude named Barnabas, who's, I guess, good at remembering messages. He's like a walking telegram or something. Okay, so the land surveyor goes over to Barnabas's house, where his 2 sisters are, and Frieda gets jealous. Then she goes back to work at the inn where she was serving up beers. Then she gets together with one of his assistants who has a fever. The ending is totally inexplicable, and much of the dialogue is confusing and hard to figure out what's going on. I had to rewind it a bunch of times, not because the subtitles were going too fast, but just because the subtitles didn't make any sense. I don't know if the subtitles got lost in English or what happened, but the dialogue just seemed really inane and boring. So I'm giving it 1 out of 5 stars. Skip it, don't watch it. I can't say highly recommended, but I can say highly not recommended. So, I was disappointed by this. I think I have a few more on my list, and then I'm done with this crappy list. I think the only movies on this list that I really loved were A Bug's Life, Ants, and Logan's Run. All the other movies were either mediocre or really bad, or just plain bad. So I'm in the crappy section of my Netflix queue. I'm watching some crappy Italian movie on my instant queue about a bunch of Italian fishermen I guess they're gradually becoming a kind of tourist attraction, Airbnb types. Um, so that movie's boring as hell too. I wonder what's coming up on my Netflix queue. Let me see if I can pull it up. Maybe I can give you a sneak preview of things to come. Hopefully better things to come, if you know what I mean. So I was running low on my Netflix DVD just because of the long weekend, New Year's. Today's New Year's Day, by the way. Happy New Year. Hope yours is better than mine. I got car payment, rent, my mom's rental space, and legal bills and arrears that I haven't paid. Tomorrow, I got paid holiday, so I'm going to try to use that to look for a second job, check out the conservatorship duties and responsibilities, and maybe see if I can get a hot date on OkCupid, which is almost an oxymoron if you ask me. But pull out my Netflix queue right now. It takes forever. Sorry about that. I just want to see what's coming up, because I turn all my DVDs in, but like I said, the post office isn't delivering any, and Netflix isn't shipping any. So yeah, trying to load up the bottom of my queue with Canon films. I got through most of Charles Bronson, and then do some Chuck Norris. I guess they had contracts with Canon back in the 80s. So those movies look like fun. All the Death Wish sequels and whatnot. So, oh, here we go. Okay, so I got The Island. What else? The Island. Let's see. The Lives of Others. And The Matrix. So The Island is, let's see, 2005. Got The Lives of Others. 2006, and then The Matrix, which is 1999. And then Whisper of the Heart. Which looks like a kid's movie. Whisper of the Heart. Studio Ghibli again. So that gives you an idea of things to come. More crap on my libertarian playlist. Then I'll go back to David Carradine movies. So, yeah. I need a break from David Carradine, but I wasn't expecting this. There's some pretty bad movies in this list. The Castle is probably one of the worst ones. It's 2 hours long. It's hell long. I have to admit the Friedrich character was kind of interesting, but still couldn't save this movie. She's got a big nose and flat chest, really skinny, like skin and bones, kind of middle-aged maybe early 50s, I'm guessing. She's kind of an interesting character. I mean, I like it when they cast ugly women. They have this exotic charm to them. Like, I don't know. I've always been attracted to ugly Chinese women for some reason. But white women, yeah, sort of interesting. Not as exotic, I guess, but still pretty kind of different, I guess you'd say. This movie definitely is weird, and it does get surreal to the point of, I mean, it's just banal to the point of being surreal. Watching these guys trug to the snow and have these inane conversations with each other is just, it was just too much for me. I couldn't handle it. But yeah, it's an art house flick. It's not my cup of tea per se. I'm sure there are some other people who like it as much as I hate it, because it gets a 6.7 rating on IMDb, which isn't that great, but it isn't that bad either. So, yeah, that just gives you an idea of how other people think about it besides me. So, that's the end of my review. Laters.